Okay, Shaggers, so we're coming down into Coogee now. So here's Coogee Beach. So I'm coming down from a height from Neptune Street. So Neptune Street is where you'll get your free parking. And the free parking, it's pretty tight in Coogee again, like any of these suburban beaches. It's a real killer. So you can actually see Coogee through here and all the way to the headlands where we've actually come through to now. Now I'm looking at this beach here. We've got a northwester coming in and it's a low tide, so we've fixed the light situation by not fishing it dark. So we're going to hang here for a while, more than the 2 hours, because I want to fish the tide from the low going up to the high. So the low's at 12:38 and I want to fish the bottom of the low going up to the high. So I'm going to pump this first corner here. I'll probably have to increase my weight here because it might be a bit too light for the conditions for the south side, but the north side, this would be an ideal weight. Now Coogee is not known for its sandbanks. I don't know if you guys have fished here before. Like Bondi has profound sandbanks. You go out there, you surf. Tamarama, Bronte, it's just like a bay. And it's, pick the hole and we'll try and fish where the breaks are to see if we can locate the fish. Again, it's 17 degrees, it feels like 7. It's been raining and the water temp is 17 degrees as well. So we'll give it a little bit of a crack, see how we go here for the Suburban series. And I'll get set up and game on. So we're going to head down these stairs to the Coogee Surf Club. And we're going to pump this corner through here. It's a bit of water, a bit of movement in there, which I like. Stir it up. Again, I've got a light sinker on, so I might have to follow the bait. Again, Coogee is predominantly used as a tourist mecca. All the bars and beaches through here, it's absolutely packed out, and parking is absolute nightmare scenario as well, because there's not much free parking. Just imagine down here in summer team, you know, all the backpackers which actually flood that park up there. The buses are good service, but at Neptune Street there's just a few little pockets where you can get in and out for free parking. Again, the beach where we're looking at, we're rolling in through here. What do you guys see? Would you fish? I think we'd have a good selection just in this corner here with the current rolling out. We've got 2 swimmers on the beach, so we won't have any conflict with the users, so to speak. But that's, again, it's winter, it's cold as, and people are dodging the water in the beaches. We've had a large downpour of rain, and again, no one's hitting the beaches, so it might be the best for us to see how we can actually try Coogee Beach. Again, not renowned for a fishing beach. A lot of people don't fish it because, again, everyone's moved out. It used to be working class. Coogee, Tamarama, Bronte, Bondi, all these coastal areas. The Garbos, the painters, the blue-collar workers used to live here because no one would live here before. Now gentrification's happened, which is fine, it's good. Everyone's moved out. And can you park here? Oh, it's, you can't park here if you haven't got one of those stickers. This is Randwick Council now, and they're not as bad as Waverley, but they gouge you. Okay, so I selected my first area. I'm going to go here. The waves are pretty strong with my light weight on, but I think I'm going to pump out just out through here and see if I get pushed into the right towards the surf club. You see Wedding Cake Island out there. The guys, everyone swims out there backwards and forwards, and renowned kingfish and snapper ground if you know how to fish in the right seasons. But we'll pump it out through here. We might upsize the sinker so we can hold a little bit of bottom. and then we'll work our way to the north side where you can actually see there's less swell activity. But I do like the water activity which churns it up, is for the opportunist fish to come through along there to see the little red bead or the little red tubing I have. So thank you very much, I'll have that, and we're game on. Okay, so we've got our setup through here now, and you'll see the configuration. I'm going to head out and bomb here. As I said, trade-off is I've got a very short rod, so I always come out in the water and I give it a cast. So I'm out through there. We'll set our drag now. I always set the drag to light, because you don't know what rock and rolls through here. And we're out there now, just off that, in that dark water, just off the break. So we'll give it a shot, see if anything's around, and give it a bit of there. First cast is normally I just want to get the feel of the place, you know what I mean, to see where it's actually going. At the moment I'm holding a little bit of bottom, and we'll just see if I drift to the right or the left. Not bad. If I have a heavier sinker, I'd probably get out to that past that breaker. I think I just got there a little bit before there. Which I like this little gutter, that little bit of white water, that froth on there. Okay, the dart might be hanging around, but again, as I said in previous videos, the dart, the brim, everything hovers around the tar wine, and that dreaded salmon, or not the dreaded salmon, but the salmon, and maybe a ray. You never know, but we don't like that ray word, as I said down in Bondi. Good fun, but gee, they take a while to bring in. Okay, well, I'll bunker in now, and we'll see how I like the drift, if I have to change over to a different sinker in a couple of, say, 10 minutes. So now the waves are gone, and I'm out a little bit way going, but I can see a gutter to my right, just over those breaks there. So I'm actually holding bottom with my smaller sinker. When I've cast out and where the turbulence is, I might next cast hang over to my right hand side and give it a bit of a hoy, and get out into that gutter area through here. I'm just in this little white water area, just going to shallows to see if anything's working the shallows. Some of you guys might go for the big hoik and hoik it right out there, but remember, the whiting the fish that we're fishing is sometimes where the breaks or the white water is. They're creatures of opportunity and hunting, and they come in and swoop in because it's turning up the shells, the worms, etc., etc. They see that flash and they go in. We're out the back where the larger, deeper gutters are. They're foraging in there, but the bigger species hang in there as well, waiting for the things to actually drift into there or get sucked into there to pounce. Okay, so I'm getting a bite here now. You can see here, they're coming close. And I'm getting drift. I'm getting taken over to the right hand side of the gutter. So now I've located them. So my first cast was out through here. So now I know I'm going to cast out in that hole through there, because that's where they are. So that's a good little, say, 8-minute session to locate where they actually are. And I'm actually drifting very fast over to the right, so I will supersize my sinker up, I think, so I can hold some bottom there. So we're getting a bite now, and we got him. So we'll just see what the story is here. Little nibbler. So I have my bait in, see now it's 10-2, so I had it in 10 minutes virtually, 22. I'm going to bring you, it's coming along the side through here now. This is probably a stray one, hopefully it'll get better tonight when we get in. And we'll just see what we've got. I was out the back of those waves, so I'm washing it in now, just playing it in. So something is around a Coogee, but we'll just see what it is through here. Don't want to rush it. Normally I do lose a lot of things, but we've got a nice brim. So there we go. Yeah, that brim, that was an 8. That's a size 8 hook, whiting hook. And when taking it out of its mouth, it just snapped it. the power of the brim's mouth, they snap those hooks quite easily. They, you know, like, you got to be really careful. Quite surprised that was a mustard hook as well, and just trying to manipulate, just went bang, snapped. So hooks aren't, you know, they do break and they can get crunched down on quite easy, and that power in the jaws bent a many a hook and many a barb, and a lot of snap hooks, especially if you start to get leather jackets or toads. Not that you'd hopefully not catch anything here, please. I shouldn't have mocked myself, but just the power in those, some of the fish's mouths can actually break those hooks. That's why some people don't like fishing light with the really light ones. I'm always fishing a size 8, so it's got a bit of tensile strength, because if I catch a brim, it won't get straightened out, or I hope it won't get straightened out, or I catch a salmon or a tail or something bigger, they won't get straightened out. The smaller the hook you use, yeah, for the whiting, I get it, but again, if you catch something there that can straighten straight out, and when it straightens straight out, you'd lose the fish. So it's, you pick your hook at the peril that you want. I know a lot of people fish a little bit smaller, and that's fine because the mouths of the whiting, how they suck it up. But you have to understand now the whiting are diminishing on these beaches because the water temperature today is 18, and it's at the back end of the season. So predominantly we'll get, as I said in the previous videos, the good sized brims, tarwines, salmon and the tailor as it gets on later on the day. Out here, the local school, the boys are here. They see me bringing the brim, they're bagging me, but you never know, we might get some subscribers out of the Ramwick boys. They can put all those bad comments on there about it. It's always good when the kids come up to you and ask, you know. That's how I started off. I asked the old timers down on the beach and on the Rose Bay Wharf when I was going for yellowtail, and they showed me the way. And it's always good to pass on a bit of information to the kids, because they're the future, and hopefully they just take a little bit away from all that and improve their fishing skills as well. We're going to pump it out through those breakers again, just on there. That's where that one was, and see if there's any more out there just on the edge of those breakers. So I'll give that a hoe. Okay, saw the splash there. I'm happy with that one, and let's go again. So we got that cast in about 2 minutes past 2. As you can see, the clock on the wall, it doesn't lie. We're giving you real time action. I'm on the clock. There's a lot of trouble. When you know I'm not going to go back to the clock, you know it's been probably an hour since I had the rod in the water. But that was a good brim. Picked it up, bang, bang, bang on the bottom hook. And when they're around, when you catch something big, you catch something big. That'd be a benchmark. So when I'm casting, you see that surfer there? Well, there you can't. Now you can. There he is there. Now that's a pretty good cast out there if you get that far with a large rod. I reckon I'm dropping about 20 metres in front of him, 10 metres in front of him. So that's where the breaks are. I have to say that during the day, which I fished at Bondi, you know, now also Coogee during the day, there's some really good locals around. There's some old school locals, geez, and the new school as well. The people are really friendly. It's nice, you know. It's nice to know there's friendly people out there who just want to have a chat, talk fishing, talk general stuff. It's really good. You don't get that obviously up the north coast or south coast beaches where it's so big you don't see anyone for 2 days. That's the solitude of it all. And I suppose how you deliver your communication down on these suburban beaches, you know, being forthcoming and happy, not gnarly, goes a long way to making the whole experience, just fishing in general, a good feeling vibe. The thing about Coogee as well, you have a lot of ambient light at night time. So if you go and have a look at the Randwick Council beach cam, you'll see a lot of light actually pulled up, which is here. And I'm actually getting a bite now, and you'll probably see that there. Okay, and that's something giving you the nudge, nudge, nudge. But it was only small, but that's a start, say, in this corner. As I was saying, a lot of ambient light on the beach, so it may push the fish away of that light, because artificial light at night time, you know, no really dark spot. There's something to keep in mind if you come down here at night time. Although I wouldn't recommend coming down to Coogee at night time. You might get a lot of people that have had a little bit too much to drink, and you may get hassled. Knowing that, because I used to come out of Salese and see everyone just fly down on the beach, and there's a lot of tourists down here that come down here and walk the beach at night time and have a good time. You're just going to be wary of all that stuff there at night time. If you're fishing by yourself, the nightlife and what's actually around the area. Sometimes with isolation, you get paranoid. But sometimes all the people around also too, they come up to you and you don't know what could happen. Okay, so we're going to call it stumps. It's been a A-OK day. Not convinced yet with Coogee. This corner's okay. I think we'll have to fish it going to a low tide in the morning, or something like that, to just change it up again, because with that one good bream, we've had a few other hits, but nothing to write home about. It's very, very quiet. So thanks for joining us, and we'll do another morning session before we can tick off on Coogee, or another session at least, to give it a fair go, because I did start off here in the middle of the day with no expectations. Just have a look at that sunset, and see you later. Okay, so we might have him here. We have him here. Where we got him? Okay, so in this corner, I've got him here. He's picked it up. I'll bring him in carefully. Bringing him up here, this wash. See what we got here. Okay, there we go. It's another brim. So Coogee's producing a brim at the moment, well and truly. He picked it up a little bit of a tap. We'll just measure that. It's 28 centimetres, so that's not a bad one there. It's a tar wine, so the tar wine are coming in, which is good. I'm fishing the run out now, so not a bad little fish. 28, legal size, so game on. So now a tar wine and a brim, they've been good sizes. He went that bottom hook again with that little fluoro thing, which is good, that one there. So we'll pump out in that corner again and see if there's any more hanging around, and we'll give that a cast out here. You see I've got the light bomb on, so I'll give it a cast out here. There we go. In the breakers. Coogee Beach. Land of the brim and the tar wine. I'm starting to doubt myself there, team. You know, they're pretty timid at the moment. Cold weather. But Coogee's full of surprises. Catching those fish there. Not too bad. Just casting just on those edge of those rocks and that sand out there with a little bit of wave. It's going okay. We've got other fishermen on the beach down there now, so he might come up and join me. Who knows? He's fished the north corner and he's working his way up the beach, so our paths may cross. It's definitely a waiting game at Coogee. Very much so. Not that you think you should catch fish every single cast, but before we've had a few little bang bang bangs and nothing, little darts or tiddlers, and a couple of big hits, and then we've had that one. But you think you'd just get a little bit more out of the area. Am I being too precious, thinking that I should get a fish every cast? Not so, but you think there would be more around, just even the little tiddlers going your bait. But yeah, it's definitely a waiting game. It's one of those beaches where I think you could put your rod in the sand, chuck it out there and wait and read a book or watch YouTube. In the summer it'd probably be different if it's the warmer water and a lot of the whiting would be around. But with this wave and these breaks here, and it's possible stirring it up in this corner. Very, very close, very small. Shall we give it a strike? See what we got here. The dart.
What's that?
That's a dart. There you go. So the dart are coming in. Pick, 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 pick. There you go, a little dart. Fly be free. Actually, it's a positive sign when you catch a dart. Well, so if I can say that, can I say that? It means the fish are starting to come in. Before we had nothing at all, and now we're getting a little bit of a dart working those shallows there, which is good as a sign that the beach may come alive with more dart, or with whiting or tar wine or brim. So we're pumped in close, another about 10-15 metres out, to see what's out there, what's coming in. Tide's looking good, water's looking good, bait's looking good, Coogee's looking good. There's a big stingray in there, if you can see that one there now. It's a really big ray there. Look at the shallows. So you see the shallows there. He's a pretty big one. With the ray. Who said the ray word? We say the ray word. And that's a good sign. They're foraging around the area, which is pretty good. See if he comes back. Okay, so we've got another thing here now, just in those shallows there. See what he is.
Might be a little whitey rama. That's a small one. But they're coming on. That's a whiting. So that's a bit small, that one. So I'll throw that one back so he can last another day. But they're in close at the moment. Which is good. There we go. A whiting. Will be free. Game on. Very, very close. Got him. He wanted the dance of the death. Well, very, very close. Very close. And I got the dart again. The bloody dart. So they're really close in through here. I'd say 10 foot, 15 foot in, but they're dart, which is, and I jagged him. I struck and I jagged him. It's a good jag actually. You can see those little spikes through here. If you grab the bigger ones, if you grab those big ones through here, these spikes, they're actually, they really hurt. There's a couple of good little ones down the bottom down here too. But that's rigged up for a live bait, for a dewy. Look at that. Get it in there. So that cast was about what 30 seconds? Not even that. And they're plate proportions at the moment. And okay, there you can see the dart. They're only small, but gee, they hit, they're vicious, and we'll be able to use the worm again and go again. No problems at all. Coogee's firing with dart. The old dart. Now it has changed down here with the dart just absolutely going ballistic. First cast in, they're just dropping and just peeling off the worms. So much so that I've been running out of bait. With those dart, you never know what's in between those little things. Something big, some good whiting, some good tailor or salmon chasing them. It's the thrill of the hunt. And Coogee at the moment, the thrill of the hunt with Greg the shagger down here fishing the corner with me. He's going well. His water was just, his sinker was in the water for about 5 seconds and bang. And okay, so we've got something here now. We just, in the shadows here, and he gave it a bit of a hoik. Firing well. And we'll just see what it is. Might be a small dart, and it is. And we got him we jagged him. So they're pretty thick at the moment. But there's my Empire Strikes Back. We struck him and got him. So they must be pretty thick out there. Well and truly. That dart's a little bit bigger than the rest. I'll get him off the hook and throw him back. I don't know if I've shown you my setup through here. I've got the Missing at Sea bum bag, which I use here, and I've got my Missing Sea, so I've got my little knife through here, the rusty knife, so I put it through here. I carry it around, so I'm totally mobile all the time. I've got my pliers through here. This is totally waterproof, which is good. Problem with the clips here, they're magnetic. You get a bit of sand in that. That's a little bit of an issue if you're actually doing the beach fishing. I'll just be wary of that. Probably good for estuaries. This is its fourth outing out, this one through here, and I do have a problem with one of the magnetic buckles here already. I've emailed the guys to say if I could get a replacement for one. For that, there's a little clip there that locks in, and it's actually broke off. So I'd hope that they would last a little bit longer than it did after the fourth outing. You see my little tea towel here, well and truly here. I just got a tea towel here, which I just carry that on. So I'm able to walk the beach, well and truly, with my red algae bag and my rod. And here's Coogee. So we're looking at Coogee through here. It's a hard beach to fish, but we did bring some in. signing off from Coogee.
It promised so much, but delivered little.